So this is another Into the Mind of a Woman Zodiac video. And this one is about Capricorns. And I'm just going to tell you my personal experience being around them and dating them and being friends with them. So one of the Capricorns I worked with, she was a white girl. And I'll be honest, she was probably like one of the most irritating women I ever dealt with in my life. And she was just like one of them white girls that tries to provoke you and piss you off all the time. So, I mean, really, that maturity level is really, really low. You know what I'm saying? I've noticed that people like that are extremely immature and they really just want attention and they're very insecure and they don't have a lot of self-confidence. Because if you're purposely trying to trigger somebody, that's just automatic insecurity to me. And it's like a fake dominant personality. It's like you're trying to dominate yourself. You're trying to put yourself in a spot of power. Like I say in every video, it's all a power struggle. So when you sit there and you try to bully people, you're trying to have a sense of power over them and trying to finesse them and trying to see how far you can take things with them. And that also applies to when people are like making jokes or trying to provoke you. That is a power play. But that's just the game of life, right? So yeah, my experience when it comes to working with one of them, chick, she was pretty high in the hierarchy, but personality wise, she was like super unlikable and got on my nerves. That's just one white girl that was a Capricorn that I worked with. Then now there was another one that was the complete reverse. This one was also white, but she was pregnant. She had a black boyfriend. They actually both had black boyfriends, but this one was pregnant, had a black boyfriend, and she was super freaking nice. Like she was like the nicest chick ever. Did all her work. Didn't really. I mean, she complained. Let me not say she didn't complain. She complained a lot because women complain a lot. Like no sexist shit. It's just the truth. She complained a lot, but her personality was pleasant. Matter of fact, I would say it was more venting than complaining. There's a difference to me when it comes to venting and complaining. Like a complainer irritates you. Someone who's venting doesn't fully irritate you a lot of the time. Sometimes the venting can be very therapeutic and you can kind of bond with the person through venting with them, through venting with them or whatever. You can make a little connection, a friendship connection, whatever the case may be. But she was laid back, pretty cool, pretty chill. It is what it is. Cool chick you could talk to about anything. She was open. She was even open to like freaky questions. She didn't make a big deal about that. Again, I'm very cautious about talking about freaky things to women, but she didn't care. It is what it is. So she was like the homie though. That was like my friend. So it is what it is. Cool ass chick. 10 out of 10, in my opinion, personality-wise, because she was just nice. But she was also hyper stressed, because she was pregnant. So it's like, of course she's stressed. She was working all day and she's pregnant. I mean, no woman wants to work and be pregnant. Like, that shit sucks. The hell? They bloating. They back hurting hella bad. They ain't in the right mind. They getting all them headaches. They getting all them wild food cravings. And I believe they don't get a period when they're having a kid. I'm not sure if I'm right about that. I need to study up on that. I don't want to talk too much about shit I don't know. But yeah, a lot of stuff going on. Heat flashes. You just tired. You just ready to go lay down. Even when you do lay down, your back is hurting like a motherfucker. I mean, it is what it is. So my experience with her, she was cool as hell. Couple other Capricorns. And again, you always have to take into account like looks, like how good looking are they? Because good looking women 9 times out of 10 play a bunch of games, do a bunch of nonsense that's hella unnecessary, will flake on you, will ignore your calls. Because like I said, it's a power play. It's always a freaking power play. And I dated a Capricorn who was always trying to do that power play shit. But again, to me, if you're constantly trying to make a power play, trying to be manipulative, doing all that stuff, trying to, what's the word I'm looking for? Gaslight. It's just insecurity at that point. It's like, bro, just be honest. Like, why are you doing all them games? To me, if a woman plays games, she just don't like you. even if she's still making out with you and getting freaky with you, she low-key still don't like you because it's like, why are you playing games? You know, but there was a Capricorn I was dating that used to get on my nerves. She was also white, which is hilarious. But she played a lot of games all the time, complaining and whining. Really smart girl, really intelligent, but played a lot of games. They are the type that play games. They are highly intelligent. It is what it is. They look very mystical, like how they dress. They like to kind of dress like a mystical witch. You do got to be careful because they might be the type that carry around them witch Bibles. You know, like them books about spells and stuff like that, like spell books. You got to be careful because they do. Some women do that. Capricorns, there's a chance they might do that. An Aquarius woman also might do that. A Libra woman also might do that. A Leo woman might also do that. You got to be careful when it comes to women who call themselves princesses, who call themselves witches, who call themselves demons. Because I've met a lot of women who are like, I'm a demon, I'm a witch, I'm evil. And honestly, it's really more of a defense mechanism. They purposely act crazy because they don't want men playing with their emotions, even though they play with men's emotions. I mean, it is what it is because women are obsessed with evil niggas who don't give a fuck. And they like to stay and keep playing back and forth with those type of dudes. That's the reason why they like those type of dudes. And there's more reasons, but I already made a video on it. But that's my video on Capricorn women. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me your opinion. You could tell me that I'm wrong. Remember, take these videos with a grain of salt. It's literally just a video. Peace and blessings. Take care. Have a good one.